Hello, I'm Krista Cupp, and this is the NRA-ILA Grassroots News Minute for Friday, November 11th. The cauldron that is the Fast and Furious scandal continues to boil, with 35 members of Congress now calling for Attorney General Eric Holder's immediate resignation. Meanwhile, the White House and Justice Department remain silent and stubbornly continue to ignore the demands to remove Holder. It is time to fire Eric Holder. Crimes were committed in the name of advancing an anti-gun agenda, and the longer these crimes go unanswered and the longer Attorney General Eric Holder stonewalls Congress, the greater the threat to our freedom. NRA-ILA has prepared a video that all freedom-loving Americans need to watch. The video shows that Holder's actions prove he can't be trusted with the sanctity of our freedoms, the powers of his office, or the lives of our law enforcement officers. Please watch the following video and be sure to pass it along to your family, friends, and fellow gun owners. Please help spread the word and forward this video to family, friends, and fellow gun owners today.
U.S. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry was 40 years old when he was murdered by a Mexican drug cartel. At the crime scene was at least one firearm deliberately allowed into Mexico by the United States Justice Department.
The Obama administration is now being rocked by two scandals.
The ATF allowed the sale of 2,020 firearms to suspected smugglers.
Operation Fast and Furious, the highly controversial program initiated by the Justice Department's Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
It incorporated a new gun-walking strategy, which allowed suspects to literally walk away with illegally purchased guns. 1,430 of those firearms are still on the streets and unaccounted for. 590 have been linked to criminal activity.
In sworn testimony before Congress, Attorney General Eric Holder denied having knowledge about Operation Fast and Furious.
When did you first know about the program, officially I believe called Fast and Furious?
I probably heard about Fast and Furious for the first time over the last few weeks.
That was May 3rd, 2011. But these internal memos addressed directly to Holder in the preceding months made clear Holder's department was pushing Operation Fast and Furious, firearms supplied to Mexican drug trafficking cartels. The memos to Holder began in July 2010, almost a year before Holder testified before Congress. The definition of perjury is the willful giving of false testimony under oath. Did America's top prosecutor commit perjury before Congress? Few presidents have faced this kind of crisis in confidence. Tell President Obama, hold Holder accountable. Call the president. Tell him to fire Eric Holder. Paid for by the men and women of the National Rifle Association.